Hello everyone, I am back with another chapter 4 Hair. Our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of hair called atmosphere. All living beings on the earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. It provides us the air we breathe and protects us from harmful effects of the sun rays. If there is no atmosphere, then two things would happen. We would have been burned light of heat of sun during day, and at night we would get frozen. So it is mass of air that has made the temperature on the earth livable. Now let us read about composition of the atmosphere. If you see the pie diagram, nitrogen takes it over by 78% and oxygen takes it over by 21%. These two are the major gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Now, what about the other gases? There has to be some other gases as well. They are carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities. Now we are going to read about how these gases came into existence. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. When we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Now let's see about oxygen. Oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. Humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. In this way, oxygen content in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. Now let's see about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by plants, which make a perfect balance. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. They add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. Now let's see about structure of the atmosphere. Our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers starting from the Earth's surface. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Now let's see detail about this. Troposphere. This layer is the most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog and hailstorm occur in this layer. Now let's see about stratosphere. Above the troposphere lies the stratosphere. It extends up to height of 50 km. This layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomenon, making conditions most ideal for flying aeroplanes. One important feature of stratosphere is that it contains a layer of ozone gas. Mesosphere. This is the third layer of the atmosphere. It lies above the stratosphere. It extends up to the height of 80 km. Meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space. Thermosphere. In thermosphere, temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is a part of this layer. It extends between 80 to 400 km. This layer helps in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Exosphere. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere. This layer has very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here. Now let's see the weather and climate. Weather is hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. A hot or humid weather may make one irritable. A pleasant breezy weather may make one cheerful and even plan for an outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. However, the average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place. Now, do you understand why we have daily weather forecasters? Temperature. The temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. What is temperature? The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also from season to season. Summers are hotter than winters. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is insolation. Insolation. Insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. Now, do you understand why poles are covered with snow? If the earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that of villages. The concrete and metals in buildings and the asphalt of roads get heated by during the day. This heat is released during the night. The crowded high-rise buildings of the cities trap the warm air and thus raise the temperature of the cities. Air pressure. Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. As we go up the layers of atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air layers of atmosphere. The air pressure is highest at sea level and decreases with height. Horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by temperature of air at a given place. In areas having lower temperature, the air is cold. It is therefore heavy. Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. Now let's see about wind. The movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure areas is called wind. You can see wind at work as it blows dry leaves down the pavement or uproots trees during a storm. Sometimes, when the wind blows gently, you can even see it blowing away smoke or fine dust. At times, wind can be so strong that it is difficult to walk against it. You must have experienced it is not easy to hold an umbrella on a windy day. Winds can be broadly divided into three types: permanent winds, seasonal winds, and local winds. Let's see about permanent winds. Permanent winds are known as trade winds also. Westerlies and easterlies are the permanent winds. Look at the world map. Colorful arrows that indicates the trade winds. They constantly move in and around the borders of the continent. The second type of wind is seasonal winds. These winds change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoons in India. Look at the map of India which shows of monsoon. In India, we have learnt in class 6 that how the monsoon wind comes from southern part of the country through Kerala. So, the Kerala is the first state to witness the monsoon wind. Now, let's see the last type of wind, local winds. These blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. For example, land and sea breeze. Do you recall the hot and dry local wind of northern plains of India? It is called Loo. Moisture. When water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. When the air is full of water vapor, we call it a humid day. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, and so it becomes more and more humid. When the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. Clouds are just masses, such water droplets. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in air, then they come down as precipitation. Precipitation that comes down to the earth in liquid form is called rain. Most of the groundwater comes from rainwater. Plants help preserve water. When trees on hillsides are cut, rainwater flows down the bare mountains and can cause flooding of low-lying areas. Rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals. It brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If the rainfall is less, water scarcity and drought occur. On the other hand, if it is more, floods take place. Now we came to an end of the lesson. Let me explain the worksheet. Answer the following questions. First one, what is atmosphere? The second one, write the layers of the names of atmosphere. The last one, for 3 days, note down weather report from a local newspaper or television and observe the changes occurring in the weather. Once you're done with your homework, send to WhatsApp group 7th English NAPS group 6 to 8 in the evening. Thank you, children. Have a great day.